All right, welcome back to the Star Wars Hunters podcast. As we last left off, the party had made it to the planet of Bracca, a worldwide stripping yard for ships. Too bad you guys
On a
can't see.
fireball, even.
Yeah, too bad you guys can't see the whip that Gabriel just did. So, a meeting with the local Scrappers Guild, having a small cantina run-in that was de-escalated. The party met a bunny droid known as
They got lucky.
L2E L2EP. L2EP escorted them to several locations, running them down a trail to a deep within the scrapyards of Bracca, where they happened upon a gathering of junk droids that seemed to be acting strangely enough that they attacked the party. We cut out at the beginning of round 2, I believe, and
Sounds right.
we will pick up right where we left off, and I closed that window. There, that window's back up. As you guys go back to the junkyard, and we should be, top of round 2. Let's fix this music, because this Hunter's theme is not gonna work. We're gonna need the Hunter's battle music. There we go.
Oh crap!
Oh, we got Alexander's token loaded up already, looking sweet.
Alexander did have a makeover over the weekend.
Why am I glowing blue? Oh, I had a shield. Derek, Shug gave me a shield, right?
Yes, yeah, you have +2 to your AC.
Yep. If you look at the shield, it's actually an animated shield of like hexagons.
Oh, fucking rad! That's so cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Love it.
The lighting option.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking killer, man. Great job.
So, Tisk, top of round 2. It is your turn.
It sure is, and Tisk is not happy about these big boys back here. So I am gonna let's see. Where's our right here? I need to measure from to there. Okay, I can work with that. All right. So Tisk is going to run up.
Run them up and fill them in, boys.
Set the tone.
Set the tone. Have you watched season 4 yet?
I think I have like 1 or 2 episodes left.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I'm gonna run up and start off with a melee attack on this one here. So we're gonna make that with my chakram. Maybe. There we go.
I see 19 on the die.
24 to hit, and I'm gonna use a superiority to make that a pushing attack. Maybe. Hold on. No, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on that. Yeah, just the regular attack. So damage, squat for damage. That's a big 4.
Well, you only needed 2.
Sweet, I'll take it. So yeah, dashing up, pulling out the chakram to like take a slice across this one, and then I will drop that back down to my side and pull out a grenade to throw as a bonus action that's going to land up here around these 2 big guys.
All right.
And
you can throw it that far? 5,
35
10,
feet.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
The ruler measured that differently, or did I move that weird? Hold on. I swear I just checked this.
20, 25, 30. Yeah, 30 is on him.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So I will move up 1 more space here.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. I have the movement for it.
Easy
So,
peasy.
yeah. So back here between the 2 of them, DC 14 dexterity saving throw for an ion grenade.
Oh god, iron grenade. Okay. All right. 2 dexterity saving throws coming up. That is a 4 and a 6.
Fantastic. That's going to be. Are they weak to ion?
You assume.
I believe we confirmed that last time that yes, they are.
So that is 7 points of ion damage.
Yeah, as this grenade, boom, 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 bing, rolls and boom, does this ion charge and shock. As you see the shock travels along the water that's on the ground from the rain and up into the droids as they start shaking, and you just hear that you smell the sense of ozone coming off of them as wires start crisping and burning. And you do, you said 14 or 17?
It was 7 was the base damage from it.
Okay.
So whatever that equates to for you.
Yep.
That is action, bonus action, and you know what? Why not? I'll just go ahead and action surge for shiggles here. And I will, having chucked the grenade, I will then draw a heavy pistol to take a shot at this guy right here. 19 to hit.
And you're shooting at the little guy?
Yeah.
Okay. 19 to hit. You definitely hit.
For 6 points of energy damage.
All right. It takes the blast spell, carbonizes like part of its armor, but it's still up. Smoking, but still up.
Hefting the shield back in front of me. That is the end of my turn.
All right. Thule, it is your turn.
Everybody between us was dead.
I wish when you killed a,
Right,
when a character died, they just took it out of.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thule's gonna charge full tilt into around this guy, and as he comes past him, he's going to swing this kind of buzzing hammer that he is now wielding and catch him with it, or catch this guy with it. So we'll see how an electric.
Yeah, come up with a name with that thing.
works the first time, right?
This Zammer,
Diabeat us,
diabetes.
I can't feel my feet when I'm with you.
because you crushed them.
No, because the diabetes.
It's the diabetes. Oh, that's a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And I need a DC 13 dex save.
That's a 5. I'm rolling for shit.
All right. So that is a
It's
really
like
hard
made out of
dice to
junk.
read. That is a 10 for kinetic damage and a 2 for electric damage, for a total of 12 damage.
Okay, you did 10 damage over what he had left as this hammer just blasts through his shell and the parts just cascade off in this electric burst from your hammer.
Nice. And then from here, I'll double check the ruler as well, but yeah, we are going to bonus action leap and land right there, dealing kinetic
shit,
damage
right
to
in the
both
middle
of
of
them. Thule only has one way to do things.
But Thule, everything's a nail.
Aggressively.
Aggressively. And then let me find that feature again. That is Paranox. Yeah. Damage equal to my strength mod, which is currently +4. So 4 points of kinetic damage to both of them as I land in between them.
And we determined that they just take it, right?
Yeah, there's no, it's anything around me, so, you know, it affects all things equally, but it's, yeah, I land and space erupts.
Gotcha. All right, then Thule, if that's your
Movement,
turn.
action, bonus action, I'm done. Yep.
Shug is on. Shug is up with Shug's droid on deck.
I think I get to determine when. I think it acts on my initiative, so like I don't think I have to follow that order.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I want to use my droid first, because I have my character sheet this time, because I didn't have this when I was at my parents'. He's a scout, so he's gonna move. These droids are dead right next to us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. The only problem is I can't move my droid because it's Shug's turn. I want to move him here.
Let's make it. No, quit opening character sheet. There. Now you can move him.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do I only have 30 feet? I think it's only 30. Yeah, unfortunately, he can't quite get to them because I wanted to use one of his new ability things. Okay. I will dash with the droid and get him there. And then as a bonus action, my droid can take the help action, but it can only help me in this way. And so it's basically harassing the giant droid and distracting it. And then it's my turn. It should be my turn.
Yeah, your droid's flying around and kind of shocking it, and it's waving at it with its big armored arm.
10, 15, 20. Okay, I can move 10 more feet. I'll put myself there. 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I'm in range for my wrist blaster, and I'm rolling at advantage, which means I get my sneak attack. Here we go. Okay, I rolled an 11 and an 11. So hang on, let me see what my bonus is. What's my bonus for my wrist blaster? God damn it. All right, so that's a 16 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, damage time. So 4 points of damage. That's with the sneak attack.
Okay.
That's not ion damage either. It's just regular damage.
So your droid's flying around harassing this droid, and it's waving at him. And you go, bing, bing.
Yeah, I do the most adorable little combat roll you've ever seen, and then
To you,
like
it was
one
impressive.
little panel like pops out from the leg, and is like, I'm like, yeah, got it.
After everything that Tisk just did last round, you come up, do that, and Tisk goes, nice.
I give you the tiniest middle finger you've ever seen. That's my turn.
So Shug's droid, junk droid. Which one? Aha. And That one's dead.
Oh
Behemoth.
god, there's another one. I didn't see that until right now.
Yeah, there's 3.
Whoops.
I'm in danger.
All right. So this one's going to turn around and seize Thule and raises both of its gigantic arms, the ones that brace it when it shoots, raises both its gigantic arms and brings it down on Thule in a slam attack. That's going to be a 17 to hit, Thule.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, you take, even with your shield bonus,
Yeah, that's only 15.
you take, oh, max, 13 points of kinetic damage
Okay, cut down to 6.
as it slams both of these massive droid claws into you. And that is, I think it does it have a multi? It does have multi-attack. You know what? It's going to do it again as it comes right back up and right back down again. For,
This is all kinetic damage, right?
yep, for a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit too.
For 6 points of kinetic damage.
Cut in half to 3.
Yep.
Cool.
You are still raging, right?
I am indeed.
All right, and that's
So I don't expect you to remember this, but just to put it on your radar, my rage has kinetic, energy, lightning, fire, and cold.
yeah, everything but
So
yeah.
Well, so typically rage only does kinetic and energy. I've built it out to do 3 others with some extra buffs.
Okay. So this droid seems he saw the other behemoth droid doing the same thing, and he thinks, "Hey, you know what? That looks fun too." Except he's going. Can he move here? Yeah, he's going to move here. He's going to turn around and do a slam attack on Thule as well. That's a natural 1. He is going to miss. Boom! Slamming into the ground.
Nice.
Both claws getting stuck for a second, and as he comes up, he kind of topples over backwards, and he's going to do a slam attack as he falls against Shook's droid.
Okay.
It's flying. He's not falling on top of it.
He's falling backwards. I'm just, I'm, thematically explaining why you're getting a slam attack. And that's another 1 as he falls prone. You know what? He got 2 ones in a row. Yeah, this fucker's prone. I'm gonna mark it. Like, fuck
My
that.
my droid does the thing that, when BB-8 like gives Finn the thumbs up, except it's not the thumbs
Yeah.
up, it's the middle finger.
He has smaller lighters on the other side, or smaller fusion cutters on the other side, and it's the big fusion cutter in the
Yes.
center.
Say what you will about the new trilogy, but that was like one of the greatest things. It's the flaming thumbs up. It was great.
Yeah.
What? It's your turn. Oh yeah, I took Alec. Do you remember where Alexander was?
I mean, Alexander's back here. Is that not where Alexander was?
No, Gabe, I think you're muted. You remember where he was on initiative order?
Right after me.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put him at 7.
You know what? Alexander rolls up into a ball and doubles his movement as he charges forward 25 to 50. Yeah, sweet. To there.
Does his arms
And
tuck in when he does it, or do they just flail?
You can pick if you go like all 4s feral or you roll. But you know what? We'll roll for it. Oh yeah, I totally rolled. I like turned into a ball and just went forward. It's the first time I've done that as a ball anyway. So I get to that point. How far am I from Thule is the important question. How about
45.
sweet. I reach into my pack and just slap together this random stuff. Like you don't even know. Like there's a twig that comes out and that goes into the vial, and then I slap a detonator on the vial and I just heave it. A Thule as a back to pack lands in an occupied space within range. It is basically at your feet, and you have to spend a bonus action to activate it. So you can just like step on it and it'll do
Okay.
its magic, and you'll get some healing out of it
Love it.
in the process. Well, don't thank me too soon, because then it's going to be Alexander's turn. Actually, you know what? While I'm there, I'm going to shout Thule, you can do it, and give you a D4 inspiration as well. And then Alexander isn't even going to move. What's the blast radius on those grenades?
Double check. I want to say 15. Pretty sure that's right. Grenade fragmentation. Where are we at? There we go. Within 10 feet. Sorry.
Okay.
So 10-foot radius.
Sweet, we can work with that. Alexander kind of stomps forward and stands up. His vibroblade retracts and he puts his hands on his hips like he's about to give a speech or something. And then the grenade launcher unfolds. And there's this pucker moment where everybody hears the concussion of the blast flying out, and I'm gonna hit right here as to avoid hitting my friends. But this guy right here is gonna get hit by a grenade. The grenade launcher close range is 90 feet, so I'm good there. So I need grenade stats would be helpful.
Where'd you move him to?
I didn't.
It'll be DC 14 dexterity saving throw for 2d6.
Okay, so this guy, DC 14 Dex saving throw.
That is a 19.
Okay, so I assume he'll take half.
Half, yeah.
So he'll take a whopping 4 points of damage.
All right, so you hear the poof, and everybody watches as this grenade flies over and lands in the trash as you try to skillfully, fire it to where it's not going to hit Thule. And it just explodes and rocks the droid a little bit.
Everywhere. And then Alexander's going to move up to here. It is not currently here. I'll just do this.
You own it now.
I see that now. Yeah. And that's it for me and Alexander.
All right. So this junk droid moves up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Moves up to here. And he will see Alexander was shooting. Actually, no. From where his position, he never saw Alexander shoot the grenade launcher, but he did see what. So in front of Thule, he slams both massive shielded arms into the ground, gripping it. Its head rotates over, and out of its torso comes this giant cannon. As Thule, it looks like he's charging up right in your face. But when it fires, this massive blaster bolt goes over you as this artillery round heads towards Watt.
Oh no.
As Watt sees this, not even waiting to see if it hits or not, he casts shield barrier over himself, bringing my armor to a 20.
All right. So what is it without the shield?
Without the shield, it's 15.
So yeah, it would have hit you with that. So 17. So yeah, so the reason I know is just for thematic purposes. So with a 17 to hit, sure enough, you throw the shield up, boom, and its massive energy bolt smacks into Watt's shield. And for a split second, you guys think he's atomized because you just see this energy just blast off of Watt, and you just see Watt's been pushed back like 5 feet. And I'm just saying this because of your size. In the mud, he's been pushed back 5 feet, but it's all smoking around him as the shield starts dissipating.
What Watt sees is the holding the shoulder into the blast. Like heroic, there's slow.
All right, Dragon Ball Z, calm down.
I was thinking
what you all see is Watt cratered into just this piece of junk. But he's
all right. Top of round 3 with Tisk.
So how many episodes did that action sequence take? Was that like two episodes, 3 episodes?
Depends. Is it Dragon Ball Z? Because we're still going. If so.
Okay.
Fucking freeze up.
Say one episode just for the bolt charging up. The spirit bomb. It takes 8 episodes to finally get together.
Fucking spirit bomb.
All right, Tisk. Top of round 3. All the smaller junk droids seem to be in scrap. It just seems to be these 3 massive behemoths.
All right, these front ones that have taken some damage here a little bit. How are they looking?
They're looking. They're looking like they're about to make some well jelly.
They look like little bitches.
Does he look
they're not looking particularly rough at this point or anything yet?
They look as angry as droids can look, but yeah, they've got parts falling off of them. They have shielding that's off of them.
Came that way.
Yeah. They're junk droids. I mean,
that's fair.
They're looking.
Is or is not functional on these things.
Yeah, they're looking pretty junky.
Yeah.
They have you would say junk in the trunk.
Oh, nice.
All right. So, gosh, hold on. Dogs are being. All right. I'm not wild about where Thule is in this situation here at the moment.
Tully's fine.
Yeah. Do you, boo-boo. Don't worry about me.
Alright, I'm gonna continue walking up, and I'm pulling out one of my smaller charges as I do to try and get their attention as well. But I am gonna drop it kind of in between where I get both of these guys again. This is just one of my explosive charges for my class, so that's gonna be a 8 plus proficiency plus intelligence. I think it's DC 13 on this one.
Where-
Dexterity saving throw.
Where are you dropping it? Because you got Chug's droid and you got.
So these are smaller. These are only a 5-foot radius.
Gotcha.
So I can drop it right here and only hit the 2 big droids.
Okay.
DC 13, dexterity saving throw.
And 2 dex saves. That is a 7 and a 6.
Nice. Sweet. In that case, wow, that's awesome. Double ones
Yeah.
on the damage roll, so that's fun. A big old 4 points of damage to both of them.
Shug laughs at you.
Yeah, look, still did more damage than Shug last round. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but look at your size. Look at you.
Yeah, so I'm doing that, and I'm just like making a bunch of noise at them as I throw those to try and like get their attention as I bring the shield up in front of me as I stroll forward. That's gonna be it.
You know what? Just for the hell of it, roll a. You know what? I'm going to use the term because Derek gave the name to what I do. Make me a justified persuasion roll, as in use whatever skill you want to persuade one of these guys to pay attention to you.
We call these justified checks.
Yep, justified checks. That's what he named them.
Okay.
I'm kind of digging it.
Do they wear a cool hat?
Justified.
Like fucking Timothy Oliphant. You better fucking believe it.
I love that man. I have such a crush on that man. I love Timothy.
Have you watched Justified? It's a TV series.
I have not, but I know of it.
You should. He's just his character has just the biggest fucking balls in that show.
He's the biggest Oliphant of the Oliphants.
Yes, correct.
He's the Oliphant in the room. Yeah, okay.
Also, the character that he plays in Mandalorian and is basically the character that he plays in Justified.
Oh Jesus! Because I love that character in the Aftermath novels. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna go
is
with.
he an
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with
when he's the scene where he found the armor in the Jawa when he woke up in the
I totally forgot about that.
yeah. That's when I saw him the first time I watched it. I freaked the hell out, and I told Trish all about it. I was like, I know this guy. But okay.
Sorry, Jacob.
Shut up, Jacob. We're trying to talk here.
I know. Yep, y'all going about your business. I'll be here. My thumbs whenever y'all ready to play some Star Wars.
So, anyways,
my justified check that I'm gonna make here, in an attempt to get this thing to pay attention to me, I'm gonna use perception.
okay.
So that as I throw this, I'm looking to like knock it close to where I would see some kind of like auditory sensor or something along those lines. So like I'm looking for a spot on it where the concussion and noise from this is gonna like get the most of a read off of this thing as possible.
Okay, so you're trying to hit it in the ear.
Kinda, yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Like when you get hit in the ear with a snowball, that pisses anybody off.
Cool.
For another shit roll for 9.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell I'm throwing at.
That looks like an ear.
Maybe?
All right.
And watch out. Watch out. That was its balls.
All right. Was that everything you're around?
That's it.
They both hang low and wobble to and fro.
All right. End your turn, or I can end it for you.
I thought I did already. My bad.
Tuli. So,
Thule sees, here's here's Shug, I think, cheering for him, and then sees Watt roll this thing over towards him, and he just serial stomps it. How much healing do I get from this back to back?
D6 plus 2.
serial stomp by some huge fucking guy.
All right, nice. So that's 8.
You healed
and
it.
I clicked away from the Foundry map for a while, and then when I
healed
clicked
it,
back, it showed all the pings that people had pinged. It was like everywhere. I was like, oh god, what's happening?
All right. So feeling invigorated, Thule's gonna slide out just from under this guy's foot, but I should still be within range of everybody.
Yeah, you're in the reach.
And we're gonna start at the back of the pack here, and I'm gonna take a swing at him.
The one that just shot at what?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, wait. This one fell over, right? This one's prone.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna smash that guy. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's on his back. He's the one that rolled double ones.
Fucking get him.
So that is
Get him, Ma.
attack advantage. How long does the bonus from 2 8s? How long does the bonus from the inspiration thing last? Is that just one round?
No, in this game, it is longer features. There we go. Putting up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
You can
I'm gonna
bank
go
that
ahead and
turn.
tap. I'm gonna go ahead and tap into it because even with advantage, the 2/8 wasn't great. That brings it up to an 18 to hit. I think that hits.
Whoa.
I've been tracking ACs. I'm sorry.
Wait. What was that again? I think you cut out for me.
18.
18. Yeah, that
An
18 definitely hits.
Okay. And then I need a DC 13 deck save.
I'm gonna say that's a disadvantage because he is prone. You know what? Don't roll a D12 and a D20 at the same time. Roll D20. Yep, definitely. That's a 8 or to a 9 max.
Okay. So that is 14, 2 points of kinetic damage, or 12 points of kinetic damage, sorry, and 2 points of lightning damage.
So
As
14.
the electro hammer comes down on him. 14 total.
Awesome. You hit it. Boom, you dent like a huge section of his armor, and the lightning goes through and just starts frying him. He's still alive, but he is just kicking on the ground.
Are they alive? Do they have souls, Bill?
They're droids. They're fine.
All right. That ends my turn.
Yes, they do.
Shug, it is your turn.
Great. Okay, my droid's going to go first. He's going to use his Ranger's Quarry ability, which means that he can mark a creature that he sees within 120 feet. He's marking this big guy here, and that looks like it. Like he's literally like painting a target. Like you can see like a little laser come out of the droid, and it's like locked onto him. And that means that if I land an attack, I deal an additional 1d4 damage.
Nice.
And that doesn't count as an action, so I'm going to use my action to launch a detonator, aiming specifically at this space so that it'll hit this one as well. So I need to, basically it's a ranged attack on the one that I'm targeting, and then it's a dexterity save for the one adjacent to him. So go ahead and make me a dexterity save for the guy behind him.
Okay. The one that's on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. So it's
Does he auto fail, or is it just disadvantage?
disadvantage.
Cool.
I did it again. Why am I rolling a 12 instead of a D20? What the hell? Okay, yeah, that's a 5.
Okay, cool. So he fails. He's going to take a whopping d4 points of damage. And the other one, I rolled a 18 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, great. So here we go. I get a d6 plus the d4 for the hunter's mark. So that's 4 points of damage. That kind of sucks. Four points of damage on this guy here, and then the one who failed his check is going to take 2 points of damage. That's, for the record, that's fire damage. I don't know if that matters.
Not offhand now. So 4 points for the first guy. How many points for the second guy?
Two.
Death of a
And then as a bonus
thousand.
action, I'm going to take the help action for Shug. And he's painting the target for Shug, so Shug has better aim.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to move up next to Tisk, and since I have help, I get to roll at advantage, and I get my sneak attack. Oh, shit. Dice are flying off the table here. Hang on. Oh, that's not great. So, does a 12 hit?
I think it barely hits.
No shit. Okay, I'm shocked.
They're freaking huge, dude. They're the broadside of a barn.
That's fair. Yeah. They're not AC tanks, they're health tanks. That's 4 points of damage from Shug, from his little wrist blaster.
So just wailing into it. These things are taking hellacious amounts of damage, but they still are. Parts of them are sloughing off, burned, charred, but they're still moving. That's that turn. And I'm removing that from the board. Oh, wait. Nope. Stop killing them. Okay. And so this droid who is still up, it's going to turn, ignoring Thule, and let's see, it's 10 feet away from Tisk. As it's 10 feet away from Tisk, it slams both arms into the ground, and you just see rotating out of its back this artillery cannon that point blank aims at Tisk.
Hey,
Fuck.
AC 18.
And he will fire 2 shots simultaneously at Tisk, starting with 1, which is an 18 on the die to hit,
That will hit.
plus 4, so a 22. And that will be 9 points of energy damage.
Okay.
And it will fire another bolt immediately after that for a 17 on the die for a 21.
Yep, that'll hit.
And that will be a 6 plus 1 for 7 points of damage.
Cool.
As rapid fire, these 2 artillery rounds come out of this massive energy cannon that's on the back of his back and just slams into Tisk.
Yep. I will use my reaction on one of those to use my regenerative feature to roll a hit die. That's a D10. Nice. So I heal back. Yeah, I expend a hit die. So that's that plus my Constitution. So I gain back 10 hit points as I stand my ground against that barrage. But just looks a little shaken after that much of a hit.
That's all right. As long as it survives to me, you'll be fine.
All right, that ends its turn. All right, this one will spend half its movement to get up, straining. You hear the motivator as close as you are, totally like grinding as it's trying to stand up here, as one leg doesn't move. Obviously in very bad shape. It will stand up and it raises its arms again, and it will aim at Thule, and he will do 2 slam attacks, one 19 on die, one 18 on the die. Trying to speed this up a little bit, so doing both of them at the same time. So yeah, definitely gonna hit, because that's like a 25 and a 24. You are going to take, where is my 10s? 12 points of kinetic damage as it slams both arms into you.
Nice. Okay. Julie still angry about it.
And that is going to be its turn. What?
All right, Tisk, how badly are you looking?
Around half.
Okay, so you're pretty wrecked. We're level 3. Okay, so Watt is gonna run up to Tisk, and you swear that as I run by you, I slapped you on the ass. Right? You swear that that's what happened, and then the needle catches up to you, and you go, "Ow!" As this self-injector is literally still sticking out of your ass, and you get hit with a med pack. Roll a hit die and add your Constitution modifier to it.
Does this
And you will
expend a
regain
hit die, or do I just
No,
roll
you roll
based
one
off my
die
hit die?
equal to your hit die.
Okay, cool.
Very important question. When you say on the ass, do you mean above tail or under tail?
Good question. Probably like just at the crease.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tisk.
I lingered on a 1.
Yeah, it sure did. But instead, there's wow. I just like stare at that.
Guys, I think he likes it.
He likes it.
And
Tisk has a self-learning moment.
all right, and then Alexander. I don't think I have anything else I can do with a bonus action. I do. So with a bonus action from Watt, there's another discharge of energy right around Thule as I unleash a Culto Pack, and you gain a whopping 3 hit points back, Thule. I'll get that modifier up soon, I promise.
I am well in the game still, thanks to all of this. So.
All right, and then Alexander is gonna step forward and shoot at the one that's on the ground. So that is a D20 plus to hit. Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh shit!
I
For
love
Alexander.
I love we can see the dice roll, because it popped up. I got that excitement of, natural 20.
So 6 plus 10 total to the one that is prone. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess he stood up already.
Yeah,
But
he
the one
did.
that was knocked down. The one that was looking the roughest.
10 total.
10 total energy damage.
Energy damage. All right, so you hit it with this energy blast, and it's kind of similar to Shug's, except as this creature goes to hit Thule again, you just see the small blaster bolt goes in, boom, through its neck, and it just stops. And you see its eyes that are naturally just this red beam of just hatred in these droids dies as it crunks to the ground. It had 10 hit points. It had 8 hit points left.
Nice.
I immediately start jumping up and down and screaming, "Yay, Alexander!" That's our turn.
He didn't throw away his shot.
He did not.
Did not.
All right, this droid seeing the other junk droid go down, or junk behemoth goes down, he moves up into its place next to Thule. It will take 2 swings. Actually, no, it'll take 1 swing at Thule. That is a crit. That is a 20 on the die. Okay.
Well, that'll hit.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to hit. So that'll be double damage for 14 points of damage. And as it does, it in the process of it slamming its arms down, it locks into the ground after hitting Thule, and the cannon will flip out of its back, and it will aim its second shot at Watt, who is, straight line to Watt. No. Wait, Alexander fired that shot, didn't he?
Yep.
Okay, he sees Alexander as a threat, so he's going to aim at Alexander.
Oh no.
And that is a natural 1. I just rolled a crit and then immediately rolled a natural 1 after rolling 2 crits in a row earlier. I'm not rolling anymore tonight. That's
All things in balance, man.
Yep.
All things in balance.
beginning of round 4 is Tisk.
All right, so the one that was on its back is down, right? And the other 2
Yes.
are still up.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and delete that guy because the skulls are too small, so it's hard to see. There we go.
All right, so with the 2 blasts having come from them, Tisk having like planted behind the shield, just like lets go of the shield, grabs the sniper rifle from his back, planting it on the shield, and will take a shot pretty much point blank at this one closest to him. So 14 to hit.
14 definitely hits.
And I will go ahead and make this we'll just make it a crippling blow for the sake of it, but adding a superiority die to it. Let's see. God bless, these damage rolls have been so bad. 8 points of damage.
So 8 points of damage. All right, so you blast away with your sniper rifle, 8 points of damage. Boom, same thing. You blow a massive hole in its chest as it was ready to fire its artillery cannon again, and the arms just vibrate as the servos give out. It just falls forward.
Nice. All right. Given that we only have 1 left here, I think I'm gonna hold off there. I will move up, dropping the sniper rifle that's out of charge at the moment, and grabbing the shield again as I move forward. I will run up here by Thule, and that'll end my turn.
All right, end of your turn, Thule. It is yours.
All right. As you run up, you see Thule dance out from under this thing's feet and just shift a little bit, still within melee range of it. And Thule will, invigorated by your presence, make a reckless attack as he just starts swinging wildly at this thing. So 16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right, I need a DC 13 dex save.
What type of damage is he saving against?
Electric.
Lightning?
Yeah, lightning damage.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I just read they get a disadvantage on that.
Oh, okay.
So he rolled a 1.
Nice. So that's a 2 lightning damage and 11 kinetic damage. As the electro hammer, bang bang, went Maxwell's silver hammer down upon his head.
The hammer is my penis.
And no bonus action this time. And yeah, we're good. That ends my turn.
All right, Shug.
All right, how's this last guy looking?
He looks involved as he is taking hits from both Tisk and Thule.
He's no longer just interested.
I'm going to fire another detonation round or detonator at this guy, but I want to aim it like over here so that it doesn't actually hit Tisk or Thule. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Well, so it says on a hit, the target takes 1d6 fire damage in each creature within 5 feet. So maybe not. So I lied. Let me move up adjacent to it. Let me move my droid up adjacent to it, and it's going to make a regular attack against it. Shock prod attack. Okay, that's a 12
to
hit.
Barely hits.
Cool. This is ion damage for the record. So he's doing 2 damage, hopefully 4.
All right. As you do ion damage to this thing, you just see the iron damage like snakes up its body, and it starts vibrating and locks up as you start smelling the smoke and burning ozone of wires.
Yeah, good. And then I'm going to take bonus action help and paint the target for Shug.
Okay. Shug, it is your turn again.
Yes. Rolling with advantage. Cool, solid. That's a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah. It's going to hit.
Here we go. With the sneak attack. Ooh, max damage. It's going to be 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Shug.
Sorry, that's not even with my dex mod. That's 14 points of damage. I lied.
How are they going to report this on the HoloNet?
So they're going to report
Union Busters.
So yeah, they report it as Union Busters coming in and dismantling these droids that were taking Union jobs away.
All right. So
before you all even realize that the droid has fallen, Alexander has run up and is standing on top of the droid he killed, and you just hear Watt whispering in the background, "You keep what you kill."
Oh my god!
You're welcome.
We accidentally killed a Shug's droid instead of the big guy.
You bastard.
all right. So as the battle dies down, the party finds themselves in the junkyard surrounded by junked droids. What? As you're going through, these parts are kind of bad. They're junk droids.
Yeah, I figured it would be like maybe I found a spare capacitor or a spare this or a spare that.
Roll. I'll tell you what. Roll me a 1d100
Okay.
and tell me what you get.
Could you turn off combat? 57.
You find 57 credits worth of components.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Of salvageable components. The rest of it, like most of the time, he's junk. Ooh, junk. So the rain pattering down, the rhythmic of rain hitting all this metal around you, the smell of rust and metal now mixed with the copperish tinge of blood from Thule bleeding and Tisk bleeding. Eventually you hear behind you the rummaging through garbage as Leap hops out of the pile of trash it hid in and comes running over.
Nice.
He has new art too.
Cute.
Hey.
Adorbs. Tisk walks back over, grabbing the sniper rifle out of the mud, kind of shaking it off and slamming a new power cell in. Perhaps we should keep moving.
As almost on cue, as you say that, you just hear a little of servos as this droid that cannot speak nods its head up and down and just starts waddling forward, like stepping, like a maze, stepping through the downed junk behemoths as it starts beelining towards a pile of garbage in the distance.
Has the tracker fixed? The tracker we were following, or is that still out of commission?
It is still jammed. You pull it up and it's very hazy. The hologram itself is shaking back and forth and very staticky. It doesn't seem to be able to lock in on a signal. Roll me a perception check. What?
You got it. I'm so good at that. 17.
All right, with a 17, every now and again when it flickers, you swear you see a set of red eyes.
Cool. What could possibly go wrong? I don't say anything.
And 3 red eyes, to be precise.
3 red eyes. I didn't say anything at the beginning. I probably would be a little more cautious at this point. What is spooky and menacing and has 3 red eyes?
I hope we don't find out as Thule uses his electro hammer to help him stand up, and he looks pretty rough now that his rage is worn off and his the shield around him is dissipated.
Oh, and I come over and I'll kind of see to you a little bit, stabilize any bleeding and stuff like that, but not in the heat of at this point, Watt has completely forgotten about the eyes. Not in the heat of the moment, and Watt's tapped on powers here.
You know that you notice that a lot of the black coloration on Thule's black and white body is now spreading and looking more like purples and blues, and a little tinge of green around the edges of the bruising, and he looks beat to hell. On a scale from 0 to B's, he's at B's.
Damn. All right, then that being the case, as Watt's kind of looking you over, I'm going to go ahead and use my second med pack on you.
Wait. So Sugar holds up a hand. Wait, I can help a little bit. You can decide if you want to use that afterwards. And then he snaps his fingers and the droid aims its little it paints you with the same thing it was painting the enemies with, and you're like, oh shit, and then it shoots a little back-to-pack at your feet just like Watt did earlier.
Nice. Oh, I've seen horse races, please don't. And then the back-to-pack falls out. Oh, thank you.
So it's going to heal you for... Wow. I rolled a 1 on the d6 for +3, so it's going to be 4 points of health.
Okay.
Sorry, that back-to-pack might have been in there for a minute. I forgot about it.
Did you get it from the ship?
No. Trust me, I wouldn't do that to you.
At this point, we're kind of patching up Thule, and then Watt kind of glances around aimlessly as he gets distracted, and then sees Leap still going, and he's like, and I go chase off after Leap. And Alexander is still stabbing the carcass of the junk droid he killed. And as he walks away to follow Watt, you see that there's very clearly a chunk that would be a central processor that he's just dragged behind himself.
So I have a feeling because Watt is a pacifist, or at least he was at one time. You said you wanted a character that was a pacifist.
Yeah, he started out that way, and then we played the first session, and he became something very, very different.
So
But-
I just think he's hiding. Like Alexander's his therapy. He's hiding his murderous rage in his robot.
That's kind of what I'm going for right now. Yeah.
So, following this little bunny droid as it waddles in the scrapyard towards this mound, you notice that this mound of junk that it's heading towards is actually a ship that's kind of at an angle, stuck into the garbage. And eventually he takes you guys to the bottom of the mound, and there is a round oval or circular access port or access door at the base of this junk pile.
Hey,
Nice.
I saw Star Wars Treasure Planet. I know how this goes. Watt's curiosity is piqued, and I'm like, ooh! And I will go try to open the door.
All right, give me a tech check.
Hell yeah. And I don't want to look bad in front of my friends. So I focus a little bit, give myself guidance. 14 with the guidance.
So 14 with the guidance. Two things pop out. One, the door opens really easy. It just, the iris pops up and just opens up. The second is, this was way too easy. Like, and with a 14, you realize this has been hacked, or this has been sliced recently.
Bro.
Hang on. Oh, damn. Watt actually notices that. I just blew a natural 20 to see if Watt was paying attention. Hello? I just recklessly start shouting.
As soon as the iris comes up or opens up, the little bunny droid Leap just starts walking inside.
Hello?
Who all is following him in?
Oh, Tisk
Definitely.
Tisk is right behind for sure.
Cooley's at the back of the pack right now. He's moving pretty slow still.
All right. So as you guys follow down this tunnel. For everything you've seen in the junkyard, it's still filthy in here, but it's still the cleanest you've seen. At least the walls are not dripping filth. It doesn't necessarily smell like rust, but it seems like the access tunnel that you guys are taking is made out of parts of another ship, or at least a section of a ship. As you come to a rounded end to this tunnel and a ladder that leads up. And as soon as you get there, you just see Leap grab a rung, and you just hear dink, dink, dink as it starts climbing the rungs of this ladder.
I will hop on the ladder, climbing it in the exact same fashion as Leap is. One-armed. Dink. Dink.
All right, so the party following Watt and following Leap up this ladder as you get to the top. Leap gets to the top, and there's an access port you eventually see with light coming down, where that's open. And as soon as Leap gets to the top, you see him stop and then jump away from the access port.
Yeah, I don't think Watt
Does it
would
look like
notice
he's
that.
dodging something? Oh, okay. Watt's the only one up there, or that close at this point.
Yeah, I think Watt got to the top of the stairs and turned around to help Alexander. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, if there's danger, he's oblivious.
Okay. So Watt continuing up, after you get up there, you don't see Leap anymore. But what? Give me, what is your passive stealth?
My passive stealth would be
Okay. So getting to the top, Watt's naturally a quiet creature, even when he's not trying to be with your passive stealth. So you get up to the top of this port and you notice you're in what has to be a living space of some type. There's carpets on the ground. There's what looks to be a homemade sofa-like piece of furniture. You see a table with what was probably a meal at one time. But the thing that sticks out is you see movement further into this living space as you see two of those junk droids trying to get into a door.
I look over at Leap and just kind of point, like these fucking guys.
You don't see Leap. All you see is a pile of old clothes that's vibrating.
Okay. How far until the next person gets up to the top?
Who is next?
Alexander.
I had
and
said
then-
I had said that I was following pretty close behind, so I guess maybe me.
And Tuli said he was taking up the rear, so I guess Shug is in between. So
Yep.
I mean, Shook can just float if he's riding his droid.
Yep.
do you warn Tisk?
The more important question is, do I have enough time to reload Alexander's grenade launcher?
Asking the hard-hitting questions here, Gabe.
Because that's what's gonna happen.
Give me a stealth check, because right
Okay.
now it seems these droids. It's very much the scene of the Dark Troopers trying to get through the door, where they're rhythmically punching, trying to get through the door. Is they're both these droids trying to punch their way through a door.
Yep. Rolled an 18 for my stealth.
Okay, they do not notice you.
All right. So Tisk, as soon as you get to the top, you just hear more than see. And Alexander steps out, looking at these two droids, and you see the grenade launcher unfold.
How tight of quarters are we in right now?
Doesn't matter. He's already said he's doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, no, I'm asking for my own edification here right now of what Tisk is about to do. I'm trying
gonna
to figure
say-
out how far away this is.
Since he's committed to the bit, I'll say that Tisk is sticking his head out and you realize what he's doing. Yeah, you don't even have to roll for it. You guys are probably going to have a concussion after this.
Yeah. So like, assuming we like turn a corner, there's a little bit of like a bulkhead or something around that. As I see the grenade launcher come down, I don't try and stop it, but I just like look, see it, give a nod, and then just drop back around the corner from it. And as Watt is like laughing maniacally, I just palm his head and pull him around the corner with me.
As you pull, there's a
Exactly.
and as the grenade leaves the tube, Alexander's already firing his blaster as well, and he's in on. He's ready to go.
Okay. What's the blast radius for this grenade?
10 feet.
If it's a standard grenade, it's 10 feet.
Okay, so they need dexterity saves, right?
DC 14. Yep.
Alexander's going to need a dexterity save as well, and so does Leap.
Oh, you said it was at the end of the other room.
No, I said it's pretty tight corridors. I see you see at the end, and I said this is a small living space.
It's not more than 10 feet.
You're hitting the door, like the apartment continues. There's a door blocking them. You're in the first room of a living space. So, and you said, and I'm going off the fact that you said Alexander's charging in.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we ball.
Yeah, fuck it, we ball.
Okay, both of them failed because they both rolled threes.
Alexander is a 13 plus 3, so 16.
16. Okay. Roll damage.
Be 2d6.
10 points of damage. That might be the hardest hitting grenade all night.
Let me
It absolutely has been. My rolls with mine have been garbage.
double check, but I think, yeah, okay. So this grenade just doomp, goes in, and Alexander passed, of course, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Alexander's going to take half as he charges in, but it doesn't really matter because as he charges in, this grenade lands and blows both of these junk droids away, and they fly into the wall. Another thing is this 10 points of shrapnel damage concaves the door in, and it flies open, and you start hearing this alien language that I know none of you speak, and eventually it starts screaming in Galactic Basic. What are you doing? No, you're not supposed to be able to get in that door.
What?
Mop.
That pretty much all of you.
Just the ringing in the ears as Watt says that. Tisk then just looks down. What?
As dust and debris just comes down into the ladder section, and you guys are covered. But the shockwave, if you ever see the video of the guys detonating the explosion in the tunnel, as it just runs down the tunnel, that's pretty much what happens here. Shockwave comes down. You guys are not going to get disadvantage on your hearing or anything, but you obviously are feeling you got the ringing in your ears as the grenade went off. And as Watt yells Watt, you just hear back, What?
What?
Oh no. What did we do?
Tisk is like cupping like the side of his head, like trying to get the ringing out as he turns the corner to see the devastation. Can I see anything through the debris at this point, or is it still kind of like
the
clouded?
the dust is settling from the explosive grenade that was launched by Alexander? You hear a what?
The the continued like what's back and forth just continue to happen. Tisk at this point just continuing to like say it as things are heard, and picking up Watt, put him on his shoulder like he tends to do, and with pistol in hand is going forward through the debris.
So as you come through and the debris starts like airing out, and the party, Shug and everybody is at the top of this ladder, you see a red work-suited, bespectacled, goggled alien come walking out of this room holding both his ears, his snout incredibly long and fanned out at the front with almost like an anglerfish like bulb coming off the tip of it, with 6 huge long tusks coming out the side of his snout. As you see this character holding his ears come walking out of the room. What was that? Who are you? And he's screaming way too loud, trying to hear himself. Did the droids explode?
And just like continuing that before finally like shaking that loose. Is this your place?
No, this is my place.
Right. And I'm gonna call back. Shog, hurry up!
Why are you shouting? I'm right here.
What?
He's right there.
But who's on first?
I'm just like I'd like push his little like hover droid and him like forward towards this person as I continue to like smack the side of my head trying to get the ringing to stop.
You see this guy's got both hands now on the end of his snout, like trying to blow and pop his ears.
I'll wait.
He's like, you hear me? That's kind of better. Did you blow up my house?
No, there was some scrapper droids trying to get in. I think it was them.
I know. I've been in that room for 3 days.
Oh, well, we took care of them.
Not all of them.
And all their friends outside.
Oh, you got the ones outside too? Oh,
How many?
They'll be back. He's probably building more.
Well, look, we were following a droid, Leap.
Oh,
I think he was taking us here.
L2EP? Yeah. Oh, there he is. Come here, little guy. And you see, like, coming out of his dirty clothes, he, like, scampers over to this guy and, like, hugs his leg, and he's petting him. He's like, oh, you're okay. I'm so happy I sent you to go get those guys Lars told me about. Is that you two? Wait, you 4?
Yeah.
Gonna go with yes.
Gabe, you're muted.
Sorry, wife just got home. Alexander raises a hand. Like, don't forget me.
Oh, 5. Yeah, I got your payment that Lars said to have ready for you, and yeah, but I got a little bit of a problem.
Of course you do.
Everybody does.
Yeah, well, I mean, what can you say? It's the galaxy. Everybody's got problems, right? Well, ours happens to be a big problem. Possibly world-ending, but it's Bracca, so who cares?
What?
Look, the scrappers don't like me very much.
You don't.
You know,
say.
we picked that up.
Yeah, they're not big fans because I didn't want to sign on to their guild. You know, they make you pay dues. But
Yeah, that seems to be not popular around here.
yeah,
They don't like people that aren't from the Scrappers Guild.
yeah, no, they don't. Those that usually are not in the Scrappers Guild, they find that they have an accident on the junks. That's the reason I got the junk droids.
But I thought the junk droids were
Seems
attacking
to
you.
be going well.
That's a new development. That was an unforeseen circumstance from a something I was trying.
I thought you said somebody was building more.
Yeah, he probably is.
Who's he? You know what? I don't care. Where's our payment?
Well, that's a problem. Is he's got it.
Who's
I have a
he?
feeling.
Oh, you see, I had this bright idea. It's like I found this amazing cherry piece of technology. I found a Trade Federation ship that had not been junked yet. And you know what was in it?
Droids.
Very, very rare to find. Very rare to find. S Tactical Series droid head.
Oh. I
Yeah,
imagine I know what that is.
yeah. And so I decided I was gonna hook him up, and I was gonna put him on this protocol droid body, and he was gonna be great. He was gonna lead my junk droids, and I don't have to worry about it anymore, right?
Did you not reprogram
Does he
him
have
before you
three
plugged
eyes?
it in?
What? What'd you say, little guy?
And I wait for Shug to start talking, and then immediately start talking again, but louder. Does he have 3 eyes?
Yeah, the droid head has 3 eyes. The S series had 3 red eyes. What about it?
I'll just wave the data pad at him.
He looks at it and you see him. He just starts like scrambling through and what with you and Shug, you guys notice this. You guys being techie, this dude's good. Like he cracks your data pad in a heartbeat. He's got it pulled up.
With his data pad.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He cracks the data pad. He opens it up and pulls it up. And how quickly he works with this like electronics. He pulls up the BIOS and he's like scrolling through. And he's like, "Yep, he's in the system. There he is." That's not good.
A big, just exasperated sigh.
So I'm guessing we should deal with him, and then we got a payment.
Well, I mean, you can go get the payment if you want to. The only problem is that he's where the payment's at. And why am I saying the payment? Lars said to get you a ship. I got 3 for you to pick from.
I turned to
Three of them.
He's like, I got 3 ships. So 3 fantastic ships I rebuilt. That's what I do for Lars. And he's got this shit. He said, hey, I got these 4 guys. They're gonna show up. I owe him some money. He's like, give him a ship as payment and give him the best one you got. And the thing is, I got 3 really good ones. And he holds up like literally a hand with 3 claws on it. He holds out his hand. I got 3 really good ones. And I was going to let you guys have like the pick of the lot. But the problem is, I think that droid is trying to get off planet with 1.
Okay, that means we only have to pick from 2.
I mean, you can look at it that way. I mean, yeah, if he gets off planet, it won't be our problem anymore. And Scrapper Guild really won't know that I was stupid enough to hook up an S tactical droid's head to a unchained droid. You know what? I should have chained that. You know what? I'll put a restraining bolt on it next time before I activate it. That probably would have been smart.
I have one, and I'll hold up a restraining bolt.
Yeah, that's a little too late now, little guy, but that's a good idea. So yeah, hold on. And he's like scrambling through the BIOS. He goes, "Oh, okay. Well, he's not in the ship with the ship. He's not in the ship with the ships, so that's good. But he's close to it. Apparently," and he's like scrolling through the map. Oh no! Oh, this ain't good. So he found the ship that I found.
So let's just skip the pleasantries and the small talk. This is a problem that you need taken care of, right?
Oh well, I mean, do you know my name? My name's Jude. Jude Lott.
I don't care.
Okay, that's fine.
I do.
What's your name, little guy? Because you seem to have manners. This Enzel and Dutton.
What? And Alexander extends his hand, blade extended.
He reaches and grabs the tip of the blade and shakes.
And Alexander holds up the processing core of the scrap droid he's been dragging around.
Oh, well, those come in handy. He sets it off to the side.
Look, you have a problem that you need solved, and we happen to be people that solve problems for a living. So you have a payment from Lars for us, and then if we solve this problem, you'll have a payment for us as well, right?
I don't know if I have anything you want. It's like I live in a junkyard. My best friend's a bunny droid that doesn't talk.
We can call it a favor then. Maybe we come back and bring our ship back to you if we need help.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I can give you that. I can owe you. I mean, what you need from a backwoods junk dealer on Bracca? I mean, I can pretty much build anything. I honestly can't. I built all those junk droids out there. Did the big ones use their cannons?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
He looks at both Tisk and did they do that?
Yep.
Awesome, that worked.
I'd say a pretty big favor, yeah?
Yeah, that's really great because I hadn't used them in combat yet, and I hadn't used them against the Scrappers Guild. That's great. I'm sorry they did that, but that's great. Yeah, little guy.
Wait,
I want a cannon.
You want a cannon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what? Look, this droid that we're going after, it's a tactical droid. They're very smart. Good at pattern recognition. That's what you want. You want that thing's processor. A little bit of work, we can put it in Alexander.
You start thinking, and then I go, oh, wait. No, but you start thinking, pattern recognition, this droid's very smart. We have to go after him. Oh, what's fine? Patterns?
Yeah. Oh, I'm aware.
I don't know. I think of what, like that scene from Big Bang Theory where you find out like Sheldon's a little autistic. Like he can taste numbers and like he's like binary numbers taste like chocolate. So, all right. And he sets the data pad down and he presses a button and boom, and like this huge hologram comes up of the surrounding area of Bracca. He's like, I took the last satellite scan. I got a satellite in orbit that I found under an old ventilator ship, and I was able to send it up. It's old Republic tech, so it's kind of good. Pre-Empire, so they can't really see it, But anyways, that's just me bragging. So yeah, here's an aerial scan, and you see this over here, and he like waves the hologram over, and it kind of the area spins and moves. And he points and he says, right here where this energy field's coming up, and you see like a little energy field off in the distance on the map. He's like, right there. Yeah, that's a shield generator. That's
the shield generator have
It
to
has
do with
a
the droid?
shield generator.
that's an intergalactic that he's activated the shield generator on the old trade vessel.
I would like to back up a moment. You said that you were going to use the junk droids on the Scrappers Guild.
Oh yeah, they started it.
Watt just shrugs. Checks out.
Okay.
No, but that's beside the point. Right now, it sounds like I'm gonna have to rebuild at least half of them because you guys destroyed it. But that's fine. They did that damage to you, and I feel bad. But honestly, I'm kind of happy they're that efficient. But the problem is, it's gonna be the shield generator. You're gonna have to get close. But the way
Close.
you're gonna have to get in the shield.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I mean, you can walk in, but I mean,
Okay.
How else did you expect us to deal with this situation?
I don't know if it wasn't there. We can get something and bomb
Get in a
it.
ship?
Maybe.
In a ship? You know, the ones that we can't get to?
You have a point.
You've created a lot of problems.
I didn't create a lot of problems. This tactical droid created the problems.
And who created
And,
the tactical droid?
Ha ha ha.
We said it in tandem.
The Federation did. I didn't. I just turned him back on. I mean, I could have put a restraining belt on, like I said. I should have put a restraining belt on. Why didn't I put a restraining belt on? Anyways, that's beside the point.
I feel
No,
like
that is
I
the
should
point.
put a
That is-
restraining bolt on you.
So
It wouldn't
Do they
work.
work?
He's not a droid.
Do they work on organic matter? And Thule is walking over to Watt as if to take the bolt that you pulled out earlier from him.
wait. Okay. Well, temperature's running high. I've been locked in the bathroom for 3 days. I probably stink like God knows what, but
Well, you don't smell any worse than that captain did, so
I haven't eaten at all. So here's what I think you should do. You guys should go to the trade vessel, which is just a little down the road, and sneak into the shield. There can't be that many droids left, I promise, unless he's made more. Then I don't know. But I will tell you this: if he's powering the shield, when I saw that ship and it was torn apart, all the generators are above ground. You knock out those generators, the shield will come down.
I'm not sure what that really gains us. We still don't have a ship to attack it.
Right? The Scrappers Guild's got ships.
The Scrapper Guild is going to help you with this?
no, I think he's saying we should go steal a ship.
Oh, you go steal a
It's
ship?
funny because you owe us a ship, so we shouldn't need to steal a ship.
Okay, we're making this way more complicated than it needs to be. You need a ship. I got 3. And you just need to knock out this tactical droid. So why don't you guys go do that?
Okay.
Oh,
And Watt turns
simple.
and scampers
So,
down and starts leaving.
So about that restraining bolt. Watt, get back here. Watt! Thule's following you, trying to get the restraining bolt from you.
As in this guy, Jude starts to walk off, and he starts walking towards the cabinets in the kitchen with the doors barely hanging on from the explosion. As he does, you start hearing a ree noise, and the little bunny droid's pulling on his pants and pointing at you guys. And Jude looks down and he's like, "What? No, don't give me that face. No, don't give me that face." The face hasn't changed on the bunny droid as it just staring at him. And the bunny droid will roll a persuasion. Fine, I'll come too.
Hey, is that necessary?
He-
And I look back to Shug.
He thinks it
Look,
is.
I don't know what we're gonna find when we get there, but it sounds like he knows the ship better than I do.
But trust me, I don't want to go. He thinks I'll help, and he points down to the leap. Hold on.
What are the chances you have any kind of defenses that you can
Oh yeah, I agree.
would have?
I had great defenses.
Help.
I had fantastic defenses that protected me for a long time. The only problem is
Best defenses, I'm sure.
he took them. He took my defenses. He took the junk droids. They were what was protecting me. He turned them against me. You know what it's like to have everything in your life you trust turn against you?
Absolutely.
And as he says that, the little bunny droid pulls on. He's like, "Oh, except for you, little guy."
Well, if you
That's
have
why
nothing
we went
ready, then I
outside.
think we're just wasting time here.
All right, fine. He goes over the cabinet. You see him just like pull food. He's starting to pull like scraps and like ration bars and shoving them in his pockets. And he like opens one up and takes a bite. He's like, all right, let's go. And he starts walking to the. As he's climbing down the ladder, whoever's behind him as he's climbing down, he's like, yeah, this tubing. I scrapped this tubing from an old ventilator class Star Destroyer. Yeah, it was really awesome getting this put in here. It's like you can see here where the panels line up. I did all that welding myself. As he's completely just chewing your ear off as he's going down this ladder.
So his work is good though? Like his craftsmanship is good?
Roll me a tech check.
I feel like this guy has a set of toy trains no one's allowed to touch.
23 for tech.
As he starts pointing it out, it's immaculate.
So like Sugar's annoyed that he's talking our ear off, but he's like still appreciative of the craftsmanship. Like he's like, oh my god, I wish this guy would stop talking. But also like, well, he's looking at the work and he's like, oh, that's not bad.
He's like one of those shade tree mechanics you made in the South. He's a very annoying, has no social skills, whatever. But the motherfucker can rebuild an engine.
Yeah.
As he gets down to the base of the ladder, he's kind of pulling up his overalls a little bit as he starts eating into another ration bar. What? They come out of the iris as you're outside. And he's like, okay, and he pulls up the hollow. He's like, it's this way. As you're walking, he sees remnants of the battle from where you guys were. He's like, you took out 3 of them. Were they at least hard?
Not really.
Maybe more armor. You think they need more armor? You think they would have been tougher with more armor? What?
Maybe later, but
I can't do anything now. I don't have control of them. But do you think they would do? I mean, I'm asking you guys. Field tested the things. Do you think they would be better with armor?
3 hours later.
What if the droid is listening while you talk? Then he would have your plans. You should shut up.
He can't hear me unless there's a droid nearby.
And Thule just gestures casually to the 2 droids with us.
Yeah, the 3 droids with us.
No.
Yeah, 3. I forgot Leap was with us now too.
Are those droids on an open network like mine are?
No.
Exactly.
Why would you do that?
Because they're.
Is that one on an open network?
No, he's an independent droid. Why would I put him on an open network? I didn't want the others to have personality. They act like a hive mind.
Oh, that's the word I wanted to hear.
It's like it was incredible. It's like I give one an order and all of them run off like insects and do it. It was great.
How many droids are we talking?
Well, I had close to 13. The big load-bearing ones, about 6. You guys killed 3. How many of the little ones did you get? You got 2 in my house.
3, 4, and
4.
2 inside.
And it can't be that many. I mean, unless of course he built some. But the fact.
How long has this thing been online?
I told you about 3 days. As soon as he came online, as soon as I put him on the network, everybody. You know what? That was a mistake, wasn't it? I should have put him on the network last. There's
a lot of mistakes involved in all of this, I think.
I mean, that's what we learned from his mistakes.
Hope your ship building is better than your prior planning.
Oh, that's what I'm known for. These are actually the first droids ever made. It's like I came to this planet because I was gonna open up a refurbished shipyard, like like you take old ships and just make them cherry, make them nice, and that was my plan. But the Scrapper Guild, they turned me into this. They made me have to make droids.
Any chance there's anything about these droids we can use against them? Any weak spots?
Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, wait a second. He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out that part that Watt gave him. You got that restraining bolt?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We get to put it in him.
Yeah. What I can make is I can use the small piece of programming that's in that restraining bolt, and if I can make a signal amplifier and we can hook it onto the network, if any of those droids get within a certain range, we can basically disrupt their motivators. It won't stop them, but it'll really slow them down.
I've already disrupted my motivator. Do we have to help this guy?
I mean,
Well, I feel like you are just on a quest to make the most irritating NPCs possible right now.
What if we offer to help the droid instead?
Why would you do that?
Because then he might just take the ship he wants, give us one of or both of the other 2, and then we don't have to deal with you.
What am I doing? I made one mistake.
At
No, you
least
started
two.
with one mistake. You've made several more since. Where's the restraining bolt for me to put into him?
I hand the restraining bolt over. It is an improved restraining bolt.
To me or to Jude?
Oh, probably to Jude because he asked first.
That's fair.
He takes it and he hands the part. He looks at what and Shug, who both have showed a little talent to tech. They're like, which one of you can turn this into an amplifier?
Both of us, probably.
Here, you work on that. And he looks at a pile of junk. I'm gonna go shopping. And you see him kind of waddle over to the pile of junk and starts digging through it.
I just look at Thule. I get it. And that's it.
Thule pats your head. I knew we were on the same team. Walks off.
Wait, there's teams? As you walk away.
Let me know if you need any extra tech help. I'll see if I can help at all.
So
Okay.
as he's digging through this trash, he's throwing parts out over his shoulder. He throws one close to you guys. You're gonna need that. He's pulling some out, leaving it beside him. He's like, I need one that just has an adapter that I can hook this up to when I'm done. All it's got to do is be able to tap into a network. The better you make it, the wider the range.
I'll
Okay.
be up there keeping an eye out away from him. And I'd like point to the next like junk pile, like the tallest junk pile that's around. And I'd head up with my sniper rifle to keep an eye out around of anything coming in.
I'm sitting cross-legged on the ground, tinkering with this restraining bolt.
Okay.
In my lap because you're that small. Yeah, I am doing the same.
All right. You guys give me a combined tech check. Hold it. And then Tisk, as you mount the top of this junk pile and you pull up the scope, you do see in the distance a purple dome of energy through the scope. So roll me a perception check using the scope.
Oh, I nat on my tech check. That's a 29.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't. There's not anything like really like specific about the scope. I don't think. I'm just thematically that's what I'm using. So I guess it's just a normal. Well, yeah.
Double check, because I think I read if you use the scope for perception checks, it gives you advantage.
There's nothing about that on like the sniper rifle's description, but I mean,
thought-
I'll take it.
I thought I don't know why I thought I saw something, but okay, just give me a perception check.
11.
All right, with an 11, you do see this energy dome of just this perfect dome going over this area. You can't tell how many droids are there, but you do see at least 3 of the really big guys walking around outside the dome. They stick out amongst the flat ground that of the location of where this is. Oh, and with an 11, you do see that there are pieces of the ship still jutting up out of the ground. So when you get closer, you should be able to have a way in without being spotted. At least with an 11, you see that. You don't know what you're missing.
Sure.
All right. So what was I heard one natural 20,
29.
29.
And a whopping 12 for Watt.
All right.
Yeah,
So
terrible.
So he comes walking over with like a cracked data pad with the straining bolt attached to it, like it's a droid with wires coming off the. It looks jury rigged completely. As he goes over, he's like, "Oh, you guys did a great job!" And he hooks it up. And as he does, there's like
I know what I'm about.
there's a static discharge when it connects and a spark. He goes, "Oh yeah!" It's like, "We got a lot of range with this. You guys did a great job." And he hands you this device. He's like, we turn this on when we get close. We got about 10 minutes of power from the charge that's on it. But anything within 30 feet of this thing, it's going to be slow.
Okay, but
So
how
wait,
do I
what-
put a
what is it?
restraining bolt on the droid now?
So basically, what he has made is the droid equivalent of a DOS attack machine that's going to scramble their programming. And once you turn it on, anything within 30 feet of the device or who's carrying the device is going to have to roll versus the device or get the slow condition.
Is that only when we turn it on, or is that when it comes into range of the device?
When you
For
turn
the
it
10 minutes.
when you turn it on. The battery's
Okay.
going to last 10 minutes when you turn it on.
But if somebody walks into the if another droid walks into the area of effect, will they also be affected?
No, he said it's whoever. He said it's hooked up to to his network.
Okay,
so I guess I'm confused because what does the 10 minutes duration matter if it doesn't affect people who are walking into the range after the fact?
No, I think we've got our wires crossed. Basically, what this does is when you turn it on, it fills the network that the droids are hooked up to with junk data.
So it's the whole network.
It's the whole network. So everything from the device, and so anything within 30 feet of the device that's hooked to his network, namely the junk droids, anything within 30 feet has to roll versus the device or get the slow effect.
Yeah, but say 5 droids start in the area of effect, and then a 6th droid walks into it on the next turn. Are they still affected or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically you guys are carrying spiritual weapon in a way. That's just
you're thinking of Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians. Yes, sorry. Spirit something.
Okay.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers.
So, understand now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. He's like, that'd be great. The only problem is it's going to take a lot of power, and that little battery pack ain't going to last long.
Okay.
What did he put it onto?
He hooked it up to a data pad.
Okay, so we can.
His data pad.
So, how about you just hand that to my droid, and then it'll, since this thing flies, it'll be a little easier to position this thing.
Oh, okay. Hands it to the droid. It's a good idea. See, I think this is why my buddy there wanted me to come along.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. What else can you tell us about this tactical droid? What are the tools does he have at his disposal?
I mean, S-series tactical droid. He would have, depending upon where he was stationed during the Clone Wars, he might have a lot of information about the Old Republic, about clone movements.
No, focus. What tools can he use against us when we're going to fight him?
Oh,
that's what we're gonna do right now, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, technically. Well, he's got the junk droids, which I built. I need to come up with a more interesting name than the junk droids. I mean, they are made of junk and they are droids, but I mean, they've got the weaponry that you guys have encountered. Unless he's upgraded them a little, but what can he do in 3 days? I know the droid facility on the ship was scrapped, so he's not going to have that to build extra. That was one of the first things. They basically stripped it down to the ground. Honestly, I don't even see why he's going back to that ship. The only thing that was left was the shield generator room. The hyperdrive was gone. The ship's hull was stripped down to bare parts. Most of the bay was gone. The entire droid facility, construction facility's gone. All the Vulture droids are gone. I don't know what's left of the ship he would want.
You said it was a decommissioned imp ship or New Republic ship? Sorry.
Droid Federation, right?
Yeah, it was an old Trade Federation ring ship. It was a command ship.
Like in the first movie, the ships that are blockading Naboo, Sean.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that was left was the shield generator room, like I said, and it's a wonder you got those old generators working to put this shield up. And and communications. That's it.
Yeah, no big deal. Communications, just broadcasting signals. That's fine.
What are the chances this thing takes over other droids that it can communicate with?
He would have to completely rewrite my programming, but I mean, I think my programming has no holes in it. I mean, I've never programmed before, but I was good at it.
Right, so we can pretty well assume that any droid within range of his communications is fucked.
I mean, I programmed like Leap over here, and you see Leap is like taking his arm going.
Reassuring.
Look, we've got some things on our side here. This droid can camouflage. It's got the aerial package. I think it'll be okay.
How'd you fit that into the little thing? And he reaches for your droid.
Don't touch my droid. You do good work, but don't touch my droid.
All right, I was just wondering. Like I'm new to the whole droid thing, but okay. And like I said, my primary trade is a shipbuilder, but it's fine. You keep your droid. That's okay. All right.
Don't touch his droid either. I gesture to Alexander.
As you say that, Alexander is like behind him, and he's basically like pulled his chest plate open so the dude can look.
Don't touch.
He's like leaning forward, like looking in. He's like, "Ooh, oh, so that's how you did that. That's
There is no rhyme or reason to what has occurred inside there. It is basically an orc droid. It only works because because Watt believes that it works.
Next upgrade, Alexander gets a red paint job so that he can go faster.
oh, purple, so he's more stealthy." So as you guys are getting closer, still, you start seeing over the piles of junk in the distance. You start seeing the glow of a purple energy field. I'm very curious as to what he wants on that ship.
How much of those ships is like common knowledge? Because if it's anything beyond that, Watt wouldn't have a clue.
Given the time period you guys are in, this would be like, I don't know, it'd be a past war, like over 30 years ago.
So Watt's got no clue. Never mind.
Yeah.
Separating player knowledge and character knowledge.
Yeah. So, as he's walking. So tell me a little bit of what's going on off of Bracca. I haven't really been off Bracca in a while. How'd you guys get through the Empire to get here? Don't you have to have a chain code?
There is no more Empire. Fuck off.
He stops. Wait, what?
But wow, you really don't read the news. No, the Empire's gone.
Do we look
Well,
like we have
mostly.
access to the holonet here?
Yeah,
Watt pulls up the holonet.
Oh, hold on a second. I haven't checked my email in years.
Why wouldn't you?
Because everything's controlled by the Scrappers Guild. Do you think I'm going to go into their town and ask to use one of their terminals?
I mean, I just took it.
Well, I mean, I can't do that. I mean, they already hate me as it is. But anyways, that's beside the point. What do you mean the Empire's
well,
fucked?
you can't do that, but you're fine arming your droids to the teeth to kill them.
Yeah, if they attack me.
I'm confused.
What a move, Milker.
So let me get this straight. So the Empire fell, but how?
Through the power
Uh,
of friendship.
So they blew up the big battle station Death Star thing they were building again the
What?
second time.
What's a Death Star?
It was a big space station, kind of like a moon, but not a moon.
I'm all for you guys trying to describe what the Star Wars plot and character to someone that doesn't fucking know.
Power of friendship destroyed a moon that wasn't the moon.
We wouldn't know the specifics. So, like we wouldn't know. We would just have the broad strokes of it.
So they had a space station the size of a moon.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who blew it up?
The rebel fleet.
The friends.
The rebels? They don't have an army that big, do they?
Yeah, I mean, well, no, it wasn't that big, but they got lucky, I guess. You heard of General Solo. He's pretty cool.
Who's General Solo?
Come on, Han Solo, the guy who did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
I heard it was 11.
Less than 12, something like that.
That makes no sense. Parsec isn't a measure of speed; it's distance.
No, yes, I know, and this because the Kessel Run has the fucking black holes that warp the. I don't have time to get into this with you.
Are you saying the second one? They built two of these things, and no one noticed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Alderaan did.
What about Alderaan?
Very briefly.
I mean,
What happened
it
to
doesn't-
Alderaan?
Well,
The Death Star.
that.
Okay, what is that supposed to mean?
Shug goes.
They blew up a planet.
I lean over to
I
Thule.
mean, come on, it's called the Death Star. Like what? Yes.
I lean over to Thule and I'm like, I haven't been in a labor camp in 6 months, and I knew that.
Yeah, this guy seems
Jude.
disconnected.
How long have you been here?
Been here. Let's see. About eight rotations, 8 cycles.
You need to get out more,
Of
friend.
what?
Rocket. Been about, I guess galaxy standard years, maybe. I've been here about 8 years. Yeah. I had a brother that he.
I hate to tell you this, but he's dead already.
Oh yeah, I know. I watched him die.
Oh.
Yeah, he had this race on Tatooine. I went to go see it. It was Bunta Eve, and like he just took off. And I told him to watch his couplings, and his couplings he just exploded. And, I mean, I didn't do the work on the ship. He did the work on the ship, but he didn't listen to me. I told him to let me help him, but no, he's got to do everything
Hey, listen,
himself.
listen. That race doesn't have anything to do with the Death Star. What we're talking about right now, not even remotely.
Yeah,
It's not like one of the pilots was in it. There's no way.
yeah, it was just a stupid kid named Anakin Skywalker. He was this little brat everybody hated in Tatooine. Like
What did
everybody,
you say, Skywalker?
yeah, Anakin Skywalker. This little brat on Tatooine. Everybody hated. Like it was Watto's.
Never heard of him.
It's like
but the
what-
ship. Let's
what-
go get the ship.
Yeah, it's like Watto.
Yeah. Probably that's probably best. Let's go get the ship.
Well, snot-nosed Brad, everybody hated him anyway.
What's Tatooine?
It's a desert planet on the butt end of the galaxy over on the outer rim. You don't want to go there. It's controlled by slugs.
You remember those swamp rats on the ship?
Oh God, I hate womp rats. You guys encounter womp rats? I'll tell you what.
That's where they came from.
You know what they're good for? You take a womp rat, you just put it over a spit. Oh, it's pretty good if you eat them.
I'll take your word for it.
Breaking mind-controlled droids. I'm going to start breaking him. Please let us keep moving.
Okay, this conversation continues with him asking questions, and Watt's the only one that's answering him because Watt's the polite one out of the entire group.
Well, and of course, because it's Watt, the answers I give are probably not accurate.
Hondo was better company.
Oh, you know Hondo. I know Hondo. I've dealt with Hondo.
I'm excited to hear your next words. And my hand is like just casually grabbing my hammer. Very excited to hear your next words.
He's an alright guy. He's bought a couple of ships for me.
Are you making it look like a stretch?
What
He
kind
bought-
of
he
guy
bought
did you
ships
call
from you?
him again?
He's a pretty alright guy. I mean, I would sell ships to him, but I wouldn't go into business with him. Who goes into business with Hondo? You're just asking for trouble.
I'm shocked that he paid you at all.
I asked for
Please
cash
let
up
me
front.
break him.
Anyways, we're almost there. If we go on the top of this rise of this junk pile here, you should be able to see the ship a lot closer. I'd do it at kind of a crawl because I bet they can see us too.
If memory serves, and I'll state what I saw previously of where I thought we might be able to sneak up from the direction of the ship. There's at least 3 of the big ones out here.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And he's like, just up there on top of the rise. You guys gonna go?
Friends and Jude, I cannot handle the fight the same way I did last time. It will not end well for me. I would need to rest first.
You don't
Even
have a
if it's just
med
for
pack
some
on you, do you?
moments.
Short
the last one
chance to
didn't.
catch our breath might not be a bad idea before heading in.
You
The
know what?
last one didn't take very well.
That's you know what? That's a good idea. And he walks over to the pile of junk and he turns this like one piece of scrap over and makes a chair out of it, and he just kind of sits down and reaches into his pocket and starts pulling out those ration bars that he pulled out and he starts eating. He's like, really, I was locked in a refresher for 3 days and no food. You just munch. So you guys gonna take a short rest?
I think that's a good idea.
That would be my vote for sure.
Yeah, I'm
Like to-
tapped. I'm out of PowerPoints and all that jazz, so the rest would be most welcome.
Yeah, short rest, and I'm pretty well back in business.
Legitimately don't remember if I would get my shit back on a short rest or not.
So you guys, as you're taking a short rest, Jude's sitting there, he's munching on these every now and again, just randomly pointing at pieces of junk. He's like, you see that? That over there? That's actually a wing of an old T-16 speeder. Man, you know how much I could sell that on Tatooine? Be ridiculous how many credits you can make for that. It's like,
Except you never leave the planet, so why are you talking about it?
I mean, I could sell it to someone going to Tatooine. You guys could take it and, I mean, look, it's just sitting there. This old Bracca, just filled with credits people throwing away. Damn. Ungrateful people in this galaxy. Munch. They don't know what they have when they have it. What do they say? They say one Enzellan's trash is another Enzellan's treasure.
I'm pretty sure they don't say that.
I've heard it. I think it's a thing.
Okay.
Watt leans in real close to Thule, which isn't hard because he's sitting on Thule. Leans in real close to Thule. He has treasure? Shug has treasure?
You are welcome to check his pockets. I'm sure he
Okay.
keeps it on him.
So this hour goes by the slowest possible hour as the Cliff Clavin type character just does not stop talking as he just keeps pointing out pieces of junk.
As we start packing up towards the end of this, I look towards him.
You know, if we're going to sneak in, that involves being very, very quiet.
Yeah, I get that. I really do. This
As
one.
in no more talking.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like, yeah, I get that. And I won't be talking once.
Why are you still talking?
Because we're not sneaking in yet, are we?
We're about to, so maybe practice.
Yeah, I got you. You got you. Portal shut. Are we going?
Just waiting for it.
It was a valiant effort.
Oh, that broke me.
Right, perhaps I'll get a better look up top and see where we should go.
Yeah. That sniper rifle you have will be perfect. Like, why don't you go look through it?
And just looks at him.
This just doesn't even. This is out of words at this point, and I will stealth my way up towards to like just crest over the top of the junk to try and get a better look here now that we're closer.
All right, give anybody else that's going up with him. I need stealth checks.
I'm good. I'm gonna stay. I'm better off staying down below.
I am 100% going,
Yeah.
regardless of my skill or not. And I duck down low and really focus and give myself guidance in the process.
Yeah, I'm actually going to use my conceal superiority die check on this one to add. Actually, hold on, I can wait until after. So I'm gonna roll that first and see how that goes. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna add that for sure. So we're gonna add a D4.
Conceal, don't feel.
That is still not great. God bless. I have not rolled above double digits all night. This is insane. Yeah, so for the sake of it, I am going to go ahead and use my saving face once per day feature to add an additional, I think I can get 5 on that with everybody that's around based off the number of allies that are close by. So make that a 19.
19. All right, with a 19 and a 17. Wait, 17 on a die. You had more than that.
27.
27.
Yeah, his total's a lot more than that.
Yeah, 19 and a 27. You guys make it to the top of the rise. And both of you ducking down, looking through the sniper scope. The distance that you're as close as you are now, you can see. Like, don't even have to roll for it. He's right. This is a perfect vantage point. Looking down, you see the dome is covering about a 50-foot area. 50, 60-foot area. That looks just like flat ground. But you see that might possibly be a hatch underneath it. However, around the dome, you do see 3 of those lumbering large behemoths that stick up like sore thumbs over this flat ground, sticking up above the remnants of the hull of this ship. Walking amongst these 3 large junk droids, you see a smattering of small ones, about 4 or 5, that are walking around with them. Now, the one thing that does catch your eye is those behemoths, each one of them looks like they are hanging around a large sparking generator.
So there's 3 separate generators.
Yep.
I'm gonna nudge.
So I would like to look for a path that could try and keep us concealed and away from the generators.
You do see a path through the hull, but give me an investigation check.
16.
16. Looking through the way that the hull winds and the remnants of like wall corridors and everything, there is a path straight to the generator, straight to the field generator, or sorry, straight to the energy shield through the generators, but it's threading the needle through the center of all the droids.
Okay. Sorry, what was Watt starting to say?
What was what starting to say?
Gabe, you started to say something a second ago.
Gone forever.
Oh,
Oh, we lost him. That's why.
It's truly gone. Gone completely off Discord.
We've
Watt
killed him.
lost access to the HoloNet. He's gone.
You still there?
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like hobbying, and I'm like, man, they've been quiet for a long time.
Look, I heard you say that you started to chime in on something, and then like I was resolving a role with Bill, and then like you stopped, but then I said something back and forth to you from there, and it was like, no, he's
Okay.
not here.
Yeah,
anymore.
last I heard, you were looking something up on, or adding something to your role, and then it was just quiet. Cool. What was the question?
Yeah. So I have determined a path that we can kind of like weave between the generators to get there potentially without too much conflict with the droids, hopefully. But you had started to say something to Tisk as I was resolving those roles and whatnot, and I was asking you what you had started to say.
You trailed off on the end there. I have no idea what the last 2 sentences were.
I was just asking what you were starting to say to Tisk while I was resolving roles with Bill.
Gotcha. Just flavorful stuff. Nothing important. So,
Okay.
Okay.
do you want to blow that up?
The short answer, yes, but it might be better to keep this low profile till we get in at least. And I start pointing out the path that I think we can take, like through the hull.
Sounds good. Watt doesn't have anything constructive to add to this, so
Yeah,
Just keep
so
it
I'd come back to the group, the directions of where I think we could get through. But It will be tight and we'll need to be quiet.
All right.
What she said.
With the party now on top, with the party separated just by a few feet, on top of the rise, you guys getting a look over the field, going into this energy, the remnants of this Trade Federation ship. Jude still talking Shug's ear off down at the bottom of the junk pile.
I should have gone with them. I should have gone with them.
We're gonna call it here because it's just 15 minutes before our usual quitting, and because this something I don't want to get into. I don't want to stop in the middle of combat just in case again. So
Yep.
we'll give you guys a week to figure out how to crack this nut. If it, we'll say it that way. So let's go ahead and roll off for accolades. Let me wipe chat real quick because there's a lot of stuff going on. There we go. And let's roll off for accolades.
All right.
4.
14.
8.
All right, so it's going to be Shug. Wait, so yeah, it's going to be Shug.
Tisk, Thule, Watt.
Yep. All right, Shug, start us off.
I feel like this is one of the first combats where we got to see Thule really go like all out ham. That was fucking cool. I liked like the way you were describing your combat and your rage and the kinetic energy, like all of the effects you had going on. That was cool stuff, man.
Thank
I was
you.
happy to help with a little bit of a shield and all that.
Yeah,
Felt like we kicked some ass there.
absolutely.
Bill, I really enjoyed talking to what's his name?
Jude.
What's the
Jude Lot.
Jude? Yes, Jude Law. I enjoyed talking to him specifically about the events of the Star Wars movies. That was fucking hilarious. That was probably my favorite part of the session. That's all I got.
Okay. Tisk, and thank you very much, by the way.
I'm going to be pretty general with this. The group's individual yet whole interactions with Jude here throughout the end of this, like everybody had a very different take on how to interact with him. I enjoyed the RP between Bill, what you brought with Jude, and then how everybody wound up reacting to that in very different ways throughout the course of the latter half of this. It was just fun interaction from everybody. So kudos all around.
Word.
Awesome. And next is
Julie.
Billy.
Bill, I'll start with you. I really enjoyed this dystopian trash planet where people have built all this interesting stuff just from junk. I always get a kick out of that type of environment and the scrapping idea, and then some of the shit you've thrown at us from these sparking generators and shields, massive shields going up from intergalactic ships, and then tiny little leap droids all coming from this just pile of stuff. So yeah, I really like the setting that you've made here.
Thank you.
Man, I thought I know Derek gave one to me for going ham in combat. I really thought Watt went ham in combat today between the Watt and Alexander combo, between Watt casting a catching a Kamehameha to the face and taking it like a champ, and then Alexander throwing it all back at everybody. I thought that was a really cool combo to watch in action.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna echo everybody, Bill. This setting, what you've designed is just gorgeous. It is always characterful and flavorful. For a player, I really just loved everybody's interactions with Jude. How everyone is just absolutely over this guy, and we just frickin' met him. For some reason, it feels like this is the campaign of irritating characters or irritating NPCs, and I know that's just
Bill's good at that.
Just the last couple we've thrown into here, but it's just a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Thank you. So going down the pipe, let's see. I liked. I don't know. I felt like Shug was more interactive in when it came to combat, because Shug's usually the one that tries to talk down or de-escalate the situation, but seeing you combat roll and shoot even though you did 4 points of damage, it's like just seeing you keep up with Tisk was that was pretty entertaining.
Well, now that I have my droid and actually have all of the abilities on it, that's convenient.
Yeah, the droid's new abilities on stuff was fun.
Yeah.
It's nice seeing that fall into place.
Tisk's interaction with seeing Watt shoot the grenade in a tight quarters. It's like leading him into the hallway, and you guys love. I know you guys like the Jude interactions, but I like the the what. That was cracking me up. Like that was fun. I really enjoyed that.
Nice.
So Thule, you're in the middle of it today. You were taking 3 of these behemoth-sized droids.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
At one
that's
point.
the closest you've gotten to killing me this campaign so far. Like we got down there pretty low at the last round.
Don't worry, I wouldn't let you drop.
I'm pretty happy Tisk decided to pull one off of you because I was like, that's one less hit he needs right now.
Yeah.
But
That was the plan. I was like, he's pissing off everything, so I can get one of them to pay attention to me, then that helps.
But
With the rolls you had been doing for damage, I probably could have taken 2 more hits, and then I would have been done.
I was rolling for crap that hits, but I was rolling for crap when I hit. I was rolling great. Which sucks for you guys. But also Thule's interactions with Jude, because I don't think I've ever seen Thule get that annoyed that quick. At one point I was like, what am I doing with this guy that's pissing you guys off? He's just a know-it-all fucking like techie hermit.
Because we've all met that guy.
He didn't have a neck beard. So
I think
See.
and what? I'm trying to pick. I liked Watt's interactions with Jude. I liked the yes-anding with basically what kept the conversation about the Death Star, about the Empire, about everything going. Because Watt was just so nice and didn't want to answer all this guy's questions, whether he knew it or not.
Thanks, man.
And I like that. I hate it when you have a character you drop little tidbits of knowledge with, and then they just set on it. Or the character or the player characters you give magical items to and they just keep them all. But it's, for some reason, it's endearing with Watt. It's like, oh, you just saw this menacing 3 red eyes in the hologram. Oh, it's no big deal.
It's more a matter of squirrel.
It's like, like I said, I normally find that annoying, but with Watt, it's enjoyable. And I'm here for it. I like it. So, inspiration. Honestly, I think Shug got it last week.
Did I?
Who got it?
I think I got it last week.
You got it last week. Oh, okay. Well, that answers my question. Then I'm going to give my DM inspiration this week to Shug for just his interactions with Jude and everything. So thank you all for spending some time with us in our personal Star Wars galaxy. As you join us every Wednesday as we release new episodes on the Forever DMs YouTube, be sure to follow us. And as we like to say here at the Forever DMs, practice kindness. It is a free action, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.